West Coast, y'all. Peace.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back again. It's your man, King A.D.S, right up in front of you, bringing that good energy. I hope you can feel the warmth of these rays as they reach out to touch you on these days as we go on our path, heel toe on the road to the next episode. Here we go. So, yeah, I'm just here to spread those good vibes like I love to do, connect with you, and feel it's such a privilege to be able to do so with this technology and, reach out there and say what's up to my peeps. What's up, everybody? Much love wherever you're at. And sometimes I just get on here and freestyle a little bit and just try to see if I could touch on a topic or something like that. Sometimes I haven't written down and sometimes I just flow. So today's one of those days when I just flow. I got a little bit of an idea, but we'll see where it goes. But anyway, man, big shouts to all the fam out there, everywhere, east to west, worldwide, everybody making moves and accomplishments. I hope that everything that you're aspiring towards or for comes to fruition and manifests in your path, as you express your destiny. As you leave your mark on everything you do, no matter what it is, in your own way, whether you're a helper, a teacher, a healer, whatever it is, that's your mark and that's what you do, So I'm a communicator, so that's what I'm doing right now. And yeah, man, I just wish the best for everybody out here in trying times, as it is very much a challenge and a Rubik's Cube of scenarios, like what's going to work, what's going to fit, what's out of place. And everything is changing right around us because it's the death of an old world into a new world. And so things will not look as familiar as they used to be. And things will be a little topsy turvy and turned upside down on its head for a while. So it's up to us to maintain a center of balance for our own, what do you want to call it, like an anchor point, something that we use in contrast to, in comparison to weigh out against all the different adversities and obstacles that'll be coming our way. You know what I mean? So it's always good. And so that comes back to one fundamental, that education is key, right? So knowledge is power, as they always say. So the more knowledge that you have on situations and topics and such like that, the better equipped you'll be to remain balanced and get a hold of yourself, right? Get a hold of yourself, because you see a lot of scenarios out here really weighing on people: wages, lack of work, all kinds of different scenarios just all around the world, relationship stress, everything. And at this point, it would be more wise for a person to be able to go introspectively, to connect and realize what their value is alone, without the outside, influence telling them what their value is. But to know what your value, and I'm not saying that for an individual to feel like, oh yeah, because I know this or that, I'm the shit, I'm cocky or whatever. It doesn't mean that. It just means feeling okay in your skin and being comfortable in your skin and working out solutions instead of dwelling in the problems, realizing what you don't have versus what you do have to work with, so you can move forward to get to where you want to go. You know what I mean? It's funny how that works when a person, in a sense, like, mother is the what was it, necessity is the mother of all invention type of thing. So it's like the more you focus on the solution for what you don't have and create it, you will sooner get to the point of where you want it to be, if that makes any sense to you. And you can switch that around in your own way, but it's still backwards and forwards will be pretty much that. Like, so the more you dwell on what's not happening, it'll just continue to feel like it's hopeless and get worse and spiraling down, While if you work on a solution, you'll be more wrapped up on that and then find out better, innovative ways to upgrade what you're doing or thinking or the perspective that you see it as, and then change your stride and be able to roll with the flow. You know what I mean? And then that way, maybe you make your own lane. Who knows? That's what I'm doing right now. I hope you're doing the same, whatever it is. That's why I always encourage people, keep going, keep going. You know, whatever it is that you're doing, poetry, writing stories, making films, whatever, you know, as long as it's positive, constructive, not hurting anybody, not deconstructing society or family or anything like that, then man, have at it. You know what I mean? And then I'm not saying like everyone's perfect. You don't have to be having a spotless history or track record to realize what the truth is, to realize that you're more than what you thought you were before, which comes back to self-image and how you see yourself. But you'll need an anchor point or a point of contrast for comparison, right? So, you know, go back to square one, spend them times learning some stuff, absorb some game, absorb some knowledge, and become aware of how important it is to have credible, good sources to gain the knowledge from before you spin your wheels out of control. Consider all the variables, things like that, you know, the resource, where it can't comes from, all these different things, so that way you can kind of sift through the information and figure out what's nonsense and what's valid, right? So you can say, oh, well, this can kind of connect with this. Let's check that out. But each thing you would have to test, just like how these things test you from the outside in your life, right? So you have to test yourself this time versus having everybody else test you. Why don't you test yourself on something that you know, want to achieve or goal, challenge, whatever it is, right? So challenge yourself to grow a little bit sometimes. So a little moderation and balance. You'll need some self time, and then you'll need time to interact with the people, but then you'll have to come back to your self time so you can maintain that balance and center and keep going forward and not lose your footing or path. You won't want to lose your compass, you know? So that's awesome, you know? Let's see, like, what's other things? Like, okay, like for instance, well, a few other things. I'll just, like I said, I'm just floating right now. Um, Wanted to also, I've seen a few things out here because it kind of wraps around, but um like the Kendrick pop-up show and stuff, I thought that was really cool. I noticed the energy and the cause of what was going on, and I think what I'm seeing is a shifting in calibration in Black society, which is looking for solutions rather than problems. Got enough problems, you know what I mean? So I think it's the beginning of something that can be very constructive if done the right way. If everybody is willing to make a change, then I think that those things can go very far. I think it's a long time coming and something that needs to be addressed and done, right? I'm not the only one out here that could feel like that. So I have to commend Kendrick Lamar. Big shout for that. That was pretty awesome, man. I watched the whole show and it was pretty cool to see everything. You know, some things aren't my cup of tea when it comes to content and certain music, but nevertheless, I saw what was taking place and I said, hey, this is good, you know. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. You know, much kudos, much respect, big shouts of love to everybody involved in that. But also on another note, which was kind of weird, is I think it's a sign of the times in these 2020s. It's really weird. But there's something that people brought up and I saw that and I said, whoa, what's the deal, right? So I guess there's another person who raised a point of observation. They said they didn't have, you know, Latin representation in there and everything. I don't think this was the right approach. I don't think this is the right approach. I feel like real hip hop, is a very inclusive and very progressive state of existence, or art form, I should say, or culture. Um, it's definitely did start and originate out of you know, Black society and Black music culture and stuff like that. But I don't think that this is what this is about. I think this is about healing a community, bringing things together, and getting, like I was saying, doing some inflection trying to make a correct course correction and then move forward, right? That's for anyone. That's for anyone. So I don't think this has anything to do with race, which is the lowest point you could probably take it to. Anyone could take things to. It's just not going to be the healthiest. You'll be looking at the problem versus the solution. Now, if it was me, I would maybe be trying to put together something that is inclusive, another event that brings everyone together. You know what I mean? Because we don't see that a lot on average either way, whether it's a Latin event or primarily black event or whatever, but it would be nice to put together events that are cross culture because that is reality, right? Nevertheless, everyone has roots. Big deal, whatever, right? I mean, cool. I mean, no, don't take that wrong, but you know what I mean. Like, that's not everything. You know what I'm saying? We're human beings and we love each other. We love the sun. We all love the sun. We all love whatever we love. You know what I mean? So, in that aspect, everyone's the same. So, it would be cool. And are shared, stories and timelines, and history as shared in timelines, which is awesome and beautiful and all kinds of stuff, with everyone too. But so it would be maybe more productive to start at a higher frequency level and then have that come across and connect. And shouts to all my progressive, forward thinking, inclusive, loving, caring Latin Americans and Latins everywhere around the world. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of attitude is the best type of person. Like, you think forward and think of solutions. You know what I'm saying? And more options where everybody can rise, in the end. But yeah, of course, everyone's always going to get back to square one in their home, right? Take care of their home first. So that's something that needs to be done. But beyond that, that's because that's just simple survival. But beyond that, yeah, there's beautiful things. It's a beautiful world. There's so much to do, so much to learn, so much to see and grow with. So let's get back to the big picture. But it's funny how those things also come back to those old virtues of start good in good, start bad in bad, start iffy in iffy. So if you start with the iffy feeling, it comes out with an iffy solution or an iffy outcome. You know what I mean? Like, all the energy can't be put behind it because it doesn't quite all pan out, right? But it does disturb everybody for a second and make them think about something that's probably like becomes background white static noise. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really something to latch onto and wholeheartedly take into full sentiment, but it definitely does, you know, disturb things for a second, cause turbulence. But then if you start bad and your intent is to corrupt or to break up or disrupt, then the outcome can never be what's expected. You know what I mean? So instead, start at the higher frequency, go with solutions and things that'll, make it things elevate to the next level. We elevate to the next level. That's what it's all about, and keep evolving. Everything in the universe is always changing, and time always moves forward, or in our perception, it moves forward. So even though we can visit the past, we can't stay there, can't live there. And that's another thing about dwelling in the negative too. You can visit the past and what happened to you or something, but it's not recommended or advised for you to stay there. You have to look at it, accept it, move forward into the present so the future can be dictated by your actions right now. There's no other time that matters right now. And right now, I like to also say big shouts to everybody with birthdays out there in the summer. Happy birthday. Also, big shouts to my daughter, who I'm very proud of right now. I'm a very proud dad because recently my daughter just graduated from community college, and now she's going to be transferring over to a four-year university up in Oregon, and I am ecstatic. I'm a very happy dad, and big shouts to all the dads out there. If I didn't get to say that to you in a text message or anything like that, sometimes I'm a very, direct kind of person. I'm kind of old school. I like the personal connection versus the internet. So sometimes I won't be on there like typing all day, but I did say happy Father's Day to a lot of dads out there. But right now, belated happy Father's Day to you if I didn't get to say that to you. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. And man, but yeah, man, it's all about progressive state of change. You know what I'm saying? Higher frequency. You know what I'm saying? Elevating and graduating from what you thought it was to whatever you can become educated to learn about, to break that barrier, to see it in a different perspective, broaden your horizon, and keep going. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. So you know what? For right now, I think. Oh yeah. I do have some more. I do have some more. Before I get off this video, please like, subscribe, come along for the ride. By the way, you know what I mean. You know, it's what it's all about: connecting and building a larger community. And for anyone who doesn't know me, if you're first seeing this video right now, this is the first time you ever seen me. I am a music guy first and foremost, out of the Inland Empire, Southern California. I've been versed in the fields of hip hop, rock music, alternative, and electronic music throughout the years, and I just love connecting with people and building my own audience and to make my own path as much as possible. I'm also a small business owner. I own a small junk removal service here in the Inland Empire. You know what I mean? So over the years, I've learned so much and had some great mentors, and nobody does it alone. You know, so I've learned so much from some great people along the way, and who express the values that I think is going to be dire to make it through these times. And those would be compassion, patience, understanding, things like that. That sounds corny and cliche and cheesy, but it's actually true. So, you know, shouts to those kind of people in the world. You know what I mean? You're the best kind of people in this world. Without those type of people, nothing can change. Nothing can be revealed. It won't, you know, so big shouts, big love always. And but those are the things that'll make it through. But anyway, I just, like I said, it's a mess when I'm trying to freestyle it, because then as I'm going, some things will pop in and I go, oh, I should mention that too. So I'm a little all over the place. Also, to extend more good feeling, I will be in Pomona at the Cosmo Ultra Lounge, I believe. Over there at a show with a lot of amazing talent and great people, fun, good times, great facility, or venue, I should say, you know what I'm saying, in the city of Pomona here in Southern California. If you are in the area or in the Southern California area nearby, or in the Inland Empire or whatever, come on down, check out your boy, you know what I'm saying. I'll be there. I'd love to see you, love to connect with you, you know what I'm saying. It's what I love to do the most, through music, or, you know, through these talks. And that's what I was gonna say. If you've seen me right now for the first time, first and foremost, I'm a music guy. I've done that the longest. That's what I was gonna say before. So definitely check out all the catalog, all the work I've done, from Elevated Soul Presents A.D.S, Day One. Check out the Almighty Grind, which is like a rock alternative type of project. Check out Black Liquid, The Relatives, stuff like that. It's like electronica stuff. Just check out all the stuff, you know what I'm saying. Got work with a lot of great producers and artists. And like I said, yeah, if you're gonna be available Friday, come out to the show. I'd love to see you. And until then, man, keep the vibration on high, and let's keep elevating and doing what we do best. And I love y'all, man. I'll check you out on the next one. All right, y'all. Peace.
I just wanna breathe in and release to this beat for these peeps. K-Town, keys to another world. King A.D.S. Yeah. Feel it. Let's go. Right off the top, I'm a rap cat. Intellect adapt figures into word form and speech patterns. Contact delivers. Stay on point like the arrows in the archer's quiver. Practice every day to remain a bullseye hitter. Whether it's the Hawkeye or the green guy, you know that I can with a skill set edgier than a set of knives. Look like new age materials has arrived. Defy what I realize to be lies. Break those ties, vocalize what implies the height of what I can achieve set from inside. Or believe that I'm the same as the stars in the sky, with the infinite ability to shift the tides. With a moonwalk, float the way I bounce and glide. Only reach my full potential when I meddle and try. Learn that